Hello everybody. Today's tips from the truck. I want to talk about a common mistake that people have when they're picking their food tracker app. We had a client last week who had this little problem, and I wanted to discuss it with you because I don't want you to fall into the same trap. And I'll get to that in a moment, but first I just want to give people a minute to hop on here. It always takes people a couple minutes to notice their Facebook Live. And so if I can get some engagement, it's always a little more fun. So I'm going to give people a couple seconds to hop on. And then I'm going to talk to you about the food app that we tend to recommend. One of the big problems I see clients make when they use these apps, and a big pitfall I want you not to fall into. And then really a good resource for you and a good rule of thumb if you're trying to burn fat that will help you get started and how to use the app more effectively. So, the big problem that I saw with a client last week, and I see pretty commonly, this is a client of mine who works out 4 days a week. She is very fit. She's been eating really well for the better part of this year and has really started to spur good fat loss, and definitely is looking to increase the speed of that coming into the summer. So she used a fitness app to start tracking her food. Well, the big problem that she ran into, and I don't want you to fall into this problem, so I want you to watch out for this, and that is she took exact calorie advice from the app. So I'm not going to say which app it was, because honestly a lot of them are going to do it. They're going to tell you what is your height, what's your weight, what's your desired weight, and then they're going to plug out a simple math equation and try to tell you what your exact weight should be. Now the problem with this, folks, is it's kind of like the reason why I can't stand BMI as a measure of how fit you are. Why is BMI just the dumbest measurable device ever created? It's because it doesn't measure fit people. It measures really skinny people. So if you're muscular, good luck having a good BMI. It's virtually impossible. The same is true with trying to take you as your exact weight and your exact height and have a fitness tracker who doesn't know anything about your exercise, your metabolism, how you deal with food, and try to spit out a number. So what happened to this client is she was told by the app to start eating 1,200 calories a day. Well, I can tell you, if she ate 1,200 calories a day, what will happen, and that is nothing. She won't lose any weight. It's mathematical oddity. I don't understand it, but it's the way women's bodies work. Your body, if it is hungry and it's stressed and your hormone balance gets whacked, you get more exhausted, you tend to feel lethargic during your workouts, and that's a big sign that you're definitely tapping into those hormones in a bad way, and you're going to make fat loss way harder. And that's what she was finding, is it wasn't coming off on the scale. So be careful, because if you're a fit person, you're working out doing something like kettlebells 4 days a week, which is what this client does, that is way too few calories. Now, she might get away with that on a day where she's just hanging out with friends and family, or going to kids' sporting events and just chilling and not doing a lot with her body. But on a day where she expects her body to do an intense workout, that is not enough. 1,200 calories for her is not enough. Doesn't matter what her desired weight is. That's too fast. So either she's going to see really rapid fat loss that starts eating muscle also, or she's going to have her body's just going to shut that down. So a better way for you to look at this. Now, I do like some of the fitness apps. I think if you want to track calories, it's really useful. It is a good thing when you're first starting to learn your food and your way with eating, to get a fitness tracker app. We like MyFitnessPal, but there are a lot of good ones out there. And plug in your food and find out how many calories are you eating. And do this over at least 3 to 5 typical days. So not days where you're out doing weird things like going to Hershey Park, or going out and like doing something out of the ordinary. 5 typical days, and you'll start to get a trend of how many calories you're eating. And a good rule of thumb is to what we call find your 500. So find 500 calories from your diet that you can cut right now, and that's a great number to start burning fat. Not too quickly and safely. Now, most of the time, your 500 is going to come through unnecessary snacking, and especially pre and post dinner snacking. I don't know why, but this is the big one where people really trip up, and they need to watch their calorie intake, because you might have 3 good meals And then that snack after dinner that you're not even hungry for is the one that pushes your calories up over a number where you're going to start burning fat. You're going to go into the fat storage or fat stay the same age mode, which is a real word. And we don't want you there. So do use these fitness apps like MyFitnessPal. I don't make any money from them. I just think they're good, and that's the one we tend to recommend. Use them, plug in your calories 3 to 5 days worth, get a good concept of what you're getting, and then challenge yourself to cut 500 calories out of that, of useless junk calories, okay? Beware of major calorie counting and coming up with a number like 1,200 calories if you are somebody who's doing vigorous, intense, weight-based, or intense workouts in any way, which you should be. And start with finding your 500. If you're looking for a good resource right now, I do have a book called Exposed: The Weight Loss Industry Wants You to Be Fat. It's out on Amazon. It's a great starting point for any of you looking to sort of understand really basic nutrition principles and fitness principles and stress reduction principles to get losing fat and the healthy way. So you can check that out on Amazon. When I'm done, I'll put that in the comments section of this, so you can find that if you're interested. It's a great little book, easy 1 or 2 day read. It will lay out what I call the 4 rules of nutrition, which are really the principles I teach to men and women that gives them mad success. Really simple principles to help you lose fat the healthy way. So I hope this was helpful. If it was, give me a like, thumbs up. Thanks for being here with tips from the truck, where it's finally a sunny, hot day, and it's warm in here, so I'm gonna hop out. All right, thanks so much for tuning in. Catch you next time.